Hey, Levi here at Mo Party 2024. We're out here with my 67 Barracuda Slowback at the Autocross. Can't wait to see what this Barracuda will do, especially with our new Street Connection suspension.
Hey, this is Carter with HammerFab, and we're excited to show you how to install your C-notches for your Street Connection A-Body Mopar kit. Some of the tools that are needed for this job are a Sawzall, and we recommend a small little air hacksaw too, a Sharpie, the templates, your original K-member bolts, and the cardboard templates also. The kit will come supplied with 2 3D printed patterns that you can bolt on to your frame to make sure you are cutting in the correct place. Before you go ahead and cut out your inner fender line right here, you want to go ahead and first cut off the control arm mounts from the frame. The way we are going to cut off these control arm mounts is with a Sawzall. So you want to start with chopping these off the frame before you cut out the shock tower to help keep structural integrity and rigidity in the chassis. How you're going to do that is you're going to take your Sawzall and fit it through the slit that is already in your car and cut all the way to the edge of this radius on the front. And then you're going to cut everything all along this edge up to this original sheet metal flange. Now we're going to want to go ahead and cut this original bracket out of the way and follow closely and just rough cut it for now. Now that we have gotten the original control arm brackets cut off, you want to take your 3D printed template that comes with the kit and your original crossmember bolt and bolt it in so you can mark out exactly where you need to cut. Using a socket, you're just going to snug it by hand. It is important not to over tighten it, as the template is made of plastic and it will break. Using a Sharpie, we're going to now trace out the line we need to cut. Now you want to take your Weldon C-notch and flip it around, line these two edges up here with the template so that you can trace along this back edge for where the cut needs to be. Now you can go ahead and remove your pattern and get ready to start cutting. Now, taking your C-notch and setting it on top of the frame rail, you're going to line up the edges with the marks that you have already made, and going straight down, you're going to draw the lines of where to cut on top. Now, this bracket right here is a little bit in the way, so you will need to chunk that out. Now we're ready to start cutting. It's very important that you don't cut all the way through your frame rail. Very important that you don't cut all the way through your frame rail. Now we have to use a cutoff wheel to cut the bottom section straight off. After you cut the bottom, you're going to want to do the same thing on the top. There is a spot welded bracket inside the frame rail right here that you're going to need to cut through with a Sawzall. Here is your C-notch piece. This is what it should look like once it's removed. And this is what the frame should look like once it is removed. The next step is to grab your pocket and check to see the fit. As you can see right here, it's rocking back and forth and it doesn't quite fit all the way in. That tells us that we need to grind this bracket down to get the pocket to fit flush against this back wall. But make sure to not grind too far through this to where you're grinding through this back wall of the frame rail. After you are done getting all the sheet metal cut out, you want to start fitting your included C-notch. How you're going to fit the C-notch is You're gonna hold it up into place and see if there are any areas on all the edges stopping it from going flush against the frame rail. And if there are, you mark them with a Sharpie and pull the C-notch out, grind them off, and fit it again. And repeat that process until it is flush. Once you have completed this side, you're going to repeat all the same steps on the other side. Once you have fit both sides of the C-notches, you're going to need to get the K-member involved and test fit that in between your frame rails. To do that, you will need to use your original mounting bolts, and you will slide the K-member up from the underside and place your bolts in the original holes. Once that's up tight, you want to test fit your C-notch again, just to make sure everything is all good. The next thing you're going to want to do is mark out these holes from the inside through the holes that are already in the K-member. Once you have done that, drill them out, and then you're ready to test fit the C-notch and bolt it in. The next step, after you have tightened all these bolts by hand, is you're going to take this applied shim and drop it in from the top in between the C-notch and the K-member. Once you have done that, you're able to snug up all your bolts. Repeat these steps to the other side, and you're ready to start tack welding the C-notch. Now we're ready to get this C-notch tacked in. Once you get it tacked in, we recommend welding as much as you can before pulling the K-member out. You want to make sure to get your weld nice and hot in case we need to grind off some excess. Now that you got this side welded nice and hot, do the same thing to the other side. Now you can remove the K-member. Another option at this point is you can leave the K-member installed while you do some more cutting and test fitting of other parts to keep it rigid.